Sofasonic. Supersonic. Sofasonic.
Guys, I hope you're keeping very well. I'm Andrew Clarke, I'm a chef in London, and today, day 2 of Sofasonic Festival, and I'm giving you recipe 2 of our little sofa snacks. This one is super easy, so I'm going to slow it down and take my time with this. It's really about a pumpkin seed pesto. That's the main recipe here. It's inspired by a sickle pack, and my Mexican friends will tell me I'm saying it wrong, which is a pumpkin seed pesto from the Oaxaca region. And I've kind of been using this for many years and always keep some in the fridge because you never know when you want to put it on something, or just even serve it with some tortilla chips. We are going to do it as a little bruschetta, like a little toast. I'm going to get some ciabatta bread. We're going to cut that down, just toast it with some olive oil. We'll keep it plant-based, so I'm going to use a plant-based cream cheese. But if you are just vegetarian and you want something like a Philadelphia, by all means. But I'm quite impressed by the quality of plant-based dairy products around these days. So I use this, I really like it. And then all the other ingredients for the pesto. It's from the Oaxaca region. It's got those kind of like vibrant, zesty coriander, tomato. I'm going to put some vinegar in it, but quite often you put lime juice in there. I've got some chipotle chilies soaking, some dried chipotle chili. I always have a tendency of going a bit too spicy with this, so I'm going to try and keep that to a bit of a minimum this time. You can use fresh chilies if you want. You can use habanero. And then cumin powder or cumin seed. I'm going to use powder. I just think it has that kind of nice smoky kind of flavour about it, and I really love cumin. I put it in so much food. All my favourite foods: Indian, Mexican, Middle Eastern, Xinjiang. Anyway, that's enough about my love of cumin. Let's make the sickle pack and then dress up these little toasts. So first up, we're going to make the pesto. You can make this up well in advance. It stores in the fridge for a week. You'd be all right with a week, I think. It never lasts that long in my fridge, by the way. Pumpkin seeds, you just need to toast them first. So we'll put them on a tray. I've got about 200 grams here. And we'll put this in the oven at about 180 for, let's say, 5 to 6 minutes. Keep an eye on it, make sure they don't burn, but they want to toast up a little bit and get firm, okay? Okay, my pumpkin seeds are ready. And I'm going to use a NutriBullet, or use whatever blender, food processor you want. And we're just going to lightly blitz them. We want to keep it kind of textural. If you really wanted, you can do it really smooth, but I just like the texture for this recipe particularly. But it's kind of versatile, so you can do what you want. I'm managing to get most of them on the counter and on my tomatoes ahead. Hopefully you've got a better technique than I have. All right, there we go. We're going to get this with a good glug of olive oil because that will help it stir around a bit. So let's cover them in olive oil. If you don't like it too peppery, use a mild olive oil, but I like it peppery, so I use extra virgin. I'm going to get a splash of vinegar in here as well. And I'm going to put my other ingredients in as well. So I've got 3 cloves of garlic. These are small cloves, and they're also fresh garlic, so they're not as potent as dried garlic or the regular garlic you get in supermarkets. I'm putting half a chipotle chili in. This one has been soaked beforehand. Make it as strong as you want, as spicy as you want. Fresh or dried chili, whatever your favorite chilies are. I'm just using a bit. I'm going to put about half a teaspoon of salt in there. I've got loads of coriander, so that's all going to go in. And I am going to chop up a little bit of tomato as well. With these NutriBullets, it's good to chop things up before it goes in, because they're good smooth purees, but they're not good with lumpy things, and it takes a while. All right. I'm going to put a little bit of water in as well. Just a tiny bit of water there. Okay. Let's get the lid. Let's give it a whiz. It's as quick as that. Like I say, I want it kind of textural. You can see it's like a pesto now. You got that? Okay. We'll put that into our bowl. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Next up, we're going to make some toasts. So for the toast, I'm going to use ciabatta bread. This is kind of day old. Day old bread is always good for this. Finger thickness, I'm just going to cut some nice slices. Now the idea really is that we cut these as, I'm sure everyone's had bruschettas before or familiar with them. It's just a piece of toast, a piece of bread with something topped on it. Now, I'll cut these down. You can grill them or you can bake them. I'm going to bake them. I think it's just a little bit more even cooking. I'll put them on the tray. We can do it in a couple of batches to get it all done. But I'm just gonna get quite a lot of olive oil, because if you haven't noticed, I like my olive oil. And let it soak through. A little bit of salt. And I'm gonna get this in the oven for about 5 minutes at 180 degrees until they're nicely toasted. And I want them firm on the outside, but still retaining a little bit of a chew in the middle. These are done. Crispy on the outside, kind of soft in the middle, so they're not over toasted. I'm gonna do 2 up. Let's just do 2. You can serve them actually, like the dip on the middle of the table and, you know, the little olive oil toast on the side, but we're gonna make these up. Let's put 2 on the plate. Those 2 look nice. And then you want your cream cheese, so vegan or regular, whatever you're using. And I'm just gonna smear some nice big, I like having the lumps, the waves, you know, rather than having like a perfect flat spread of it. So let's just smear these little waves of cream cheese on. There, that looks good. A little bit more on this guy. Okay, then we'll get the dip. And we'll just make kind of big rugby balls and dollop that on in the middle. Go generous, you know. Make a mess with these things. Make a lot of mess when you're eating it. All right, so that's on. And then finally, because there's not enough olive oil on this, there's a lot of olive oil. Just for a bit of shine, I'm just drizzling a little bit more on. I love my olive oil. I just love it. It's good for you, apparently. And finally, I've got some fresh parsley here, but you can use some coriander if you've still got some coriander left over. But just a bit of green, whatever herb you want. And there we go. We've got pumpkin seed pesto with some vegan cream cheese and little olive oil toasts.